to order the August 31st meeting of the Forest Hills Board of Education. This is a meeting of the Board of Education held in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a community public hearing. There is time for public comment during the meeting as indicated in agenda item 7 per our established procedures. If anybody would like to make public comment, please fill out a comment card that is over by the door where you walked in, and they will be collected prior to board communications. Since we are missing our board secretary, I need to appoint one. Mrs. Monk, would you be our secretary for today? Thank you so much. And as our secretary, would you also like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Okay, this should be a nice short meeting, I think. First, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from our August 21st meeting?
So moved.
Support. All right, is there any discussion on the minutes? All right, let's just go ahead and do a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, next we have the approval of our contract. So can I please have a motion to approve the wage and benefit agreement for the Forest Hills Bus Driver Association?
I move we approve the ratification of employment contract for the Forest Hills Bus Drivers Association.
Second.
All right, any discussion on the contract? All right, let's go and we will do a voice vote on this one, please.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mrs. Monk, yes. Dr. Clausen?
Yes. Roll call.
Yes. Apparently.
All right, if nobody's here for comment cards, so we'll just skip right over that. They're just over here. Superintendent's report, Dr. Schubel.
We survived the tornado, so, kudos to Julie and her team for all of the work they did starting Thursday evening. And, it wasn't just Steve with the operations, but it was also Sarah with food service, and the amount of work that they did, and also Julie's team running around, that's right, running around, making sure that our buildings were attended to, basically, like what was the major damage, what needed to happen. On Friday, we had 11 of the 18 buildings without power, and then, as you saw over the weekend, we still had 2 of them. So there was a lot of logistical work, and also bringing the whole transportation department over to administration, because the administration building had power. And so we set them up there, because Julie said, they still needed to address some transportation concerns that were, and they needed to be able to have access to technology. So that whole team was in district office on Friday. And Julie was running around taking care of other things, but yes, they did a lot of work between those teams of making sure our buildings were ready to be open on Monday. So we got lucky.
Nicely done. More than luck.
Yes, absolutely. It was a huge team effort. I was working to make sure that all of that got back up online.
And a lot of us came to work on that Friday, having gotten dressed in the dark myself with a flashlight. I think they match. So it was great. It went fine. Collective effort. I'm sure the foundation was very disappointed that they had to cancel their scavenger hunt. But that was actually canceled for them by the Parks and Rec early on about the damage that happened in the park. So it's been postponed, is my understanding. They're hoping to reschedule that. That's all.
All right, we don't have any comment cards to bring up, so we'll just move over to board communications. I have a couple. One is that the annual leadership conference is coming up. Mary brought that to our attention at our last meeting. If you are interested in going, please let me know today so that I can get that information over to Val. You don't have to go for every single day. Like if you can only go for part of it, that's okay. And most of the clinics, all of the clinics are included in the price of our registration, but if there are any CBAs that you want to take sometime in September.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, oh, you know what, and I remember it booked up a lot last time, so that's why I was, yeah. Right, so that's why I was like, you know what, let's be ahead of it this time, so give out that information to me today, and that way we'll be plenty ahead of the deadline. The other one thing that I wanted to bring up in board communications is, at the last meeting, we pulled the policy information because there were some people that had questions about policy stuff. If you have questions, like I know Holly, we've connected, if you have questions about the policy stuff, please make sure to get it to me with enough time for me to be able to find out the answers. So I want to be, it'll take a little bit of time because we didn't write the policy language, our law firm Troon writes it, so if you have questions about it, I need to have time to be able to get the questions synthesized, get the questions over to them to